One of the best things to have in your recipe box is an incredible brownie recipe. So that's what we're going to do today. I'm going to share with you an incredible brownie recipe, and not only is it tasty and delicious, but it is amazingly easy. So let's get started. My first ingredient I'm going to add is one half of a cup plus 2 tablespoons of melted salted butter. To that, I'm going to add 1 cup of granulated sugar. Now I'm going to give that a stir. Actually, let me stir that up. Get that incorporated. And now I'm going to add 2 eggs. Stir that up. I like to get it really incorporated. The next ingredient I'm going to add is it's melted chocolate. So I have a half a cup of melted chocolate, and I use semi-sweet. You can use milk chocolate, or you could use semi-sweet chocolate, whatever chocolate you really like. It adds a nice extra layer to the smoothness of the brownie recipe. I'm just going to get all that chocolate in there and mix that up. See how beautiful it looks? Nice and fudgy. This recipe is incredible because it is very fudgy and delicious. And I absolutely adore a fudgy brownie. Some people like them cakey. I also do like to make a cakey brownie, but this one is my fudgy brownie. So now I'm going to put 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract into this bowl. And the reason I'm doing that is because I want to add some cinnamon essential oil to my recipe. So this is my cinnamon oil, but I only want to put 1 drop in. And I want to make sure that I get it out of the bowl. So when I stir it in with the vanilla, it has a way to make sure it comes out of the bowl and that we get that cinnamon flavor into the brownie. So I'm going to carefully drop 1 drop of cinnamon essential oil, and there it is. And you want to be careful with cinnamon because it is very strong, and if you put too much in, you will be very sad. But if you have just enough in, you will be very, very, very happy. So now to this recipe, we are going to stir in our dry ingredients. And the dry ingredients are all-purpose flour, 3/4 of a cup, and a 1/4 cup of cocoa powder. You can use any cocoa powder you want. If you want to use a dark cocoa powder like a Valrhona, it's delicious. I'm using Hershey's today. So I'm going to also, I have a 1/4 cup in this bowl, and I'm going to use this sieve and I'm going to sift it in so I don't get any clumps. So I just put it in my little sieve and just do that back and forth. I can take my spatula, see when the clumps, I don't want those clumps in my recipe, so then I just push it through the sieve. And now I'm going to add 3/4 cups of all-purpose flour. That's 1, 2, and 3. And I'm going to add 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Now I'm going to take my spatula and I'm going to carefully stir this in. See how it's coming together? So nice and chocolatey. Scraping the sides, making sure I don't miss any of that cocoa deliciousness. And then optionally, you can add chocolate chips. You can also add some nuts, maybe some toasted walnuts or some toasted almonds. It depends, or pecans. Everybody loves those. So I'm just getting all that cocoa powder and flour incorporated into the brownie. And you're going to realize that there is no leavening agent. There's no baking powder, no baking soda in here, and that is because this is a fudgy brownie, and we don't need that. So now I'm going to add, what is it, a half a cup of chocolate chips. And this is what my brownie dough looks like. Now I'm going to put it into, I greased this beautiful cake pan and I cut a piece of parchment paper and I stuck it to that, and then I sprayed it again with the pan so that it will keep the brownies from sticking to the bottom because they're fudgy brownies. So you just empty that right into your pan. Get every last drop, and I can smell that combination of cocoa and cinnamon, and now I'm just going to push it out to the edges so it reaches around to all the areas. Get every last drop of that batter right in there. So this is our brownie batter, and now I'm going to put it into an oven for 30 minutes. 350 degrees oven for 30 minutes. And then at the end, we have these beautiful, spectacular, fudgy, delicious brownies. Enjoy.